Today on our journey, we're going to recognize the paradox that is inherent in being a church like ours and really a church like anybody. We say we are a church for all people, and yet we still have walls that keep people out and people in. We still have doors that are locked often. And in fact, I remember one of the recommendations, at some point they did a security screening and they said, we probably want to make sure that the church is extremely secure while people are worshiping, and I get it. But the recommendation from the people who wanted extra security was, look, as soon as worship starts, lock the doors. And that's great if you're on time. I'm not always on time. I don't know about you, but so what does that say to the person that shows up 2 minutes late to worship and they come to find a locked door? Right? So the paradox of worshiping in a building is that it represents a space that we're holding for sacredness, and yet sometimes it keeps others out. And although we call this place a sanctuary, and the hour that we occupy on Sunday morning we call worship, the reality is that a sanctuary can be any place where you feel safe and anything that you do which honors God. You don't need stained glass or pews or a choir to worship. You need presence and openness, a heart that's willing to pay attention. Moses encounters God in Exodus, not in a building, not in a tabernacle, not in a tent, not even on the side of a beautiful mountain. He encounters God at a bush that appears to be on fire. Now, I don't know about you, but if I ever go to a bush that appears to be on fire, my first thought is not, wow, this is super holy. Right? So here's the challenge for us. What does it look like to not just take worship out of the building? What does it look like to not just be the church in the people, but what does it look like to be a sanctuary in and of ourselves? That song, Lord, prepare me to be a sanctuary, what does that look like?